All right. What's up, guys? Good morning. All right. So today is January 27th, 2026. It's Tuesday. Let's go ahead and look around and see what we got going on. So, let's make this smaller. So, first of all, what are you guys thinking? For me, I just got on the charts, guys. I literally have no idea. Um, Looks like we did end up going and running all those highs. So, and let's also show the other screen. Let's look at Forex Factory. So, is there any news? We have consumer confidence, Richmond Manufacturing Index. President Trump speaks at 4. Okay, so 10 a.m. news, orange folder. Probably won't really do much. No one answered me with what do you guys think is gonna happen. So okay, with that, let's just kind of go top down. So we were kind of in this consolidation. Now we're back up to the highs of this consolidation. Mm. Remember yesterday I was saying we had this 1 hour IPG. You can see that that 1 hour inversion did deliver us up to these highs. We've taken essentially most of the highs, honestly. Like, most of these highs have all been taken. I mean, that could lead to, like, a little bit of a retrace. Yeah, I think we could come back down. We have the same new week opening gap from over here. Okay, let's drop down to the lower time frame. So, take a look at true opens, take a look at SMTs. So, we're getting bearish SMT with this high. Let's turn on all the true opens real quick. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Turning that on, turning that on. Okay, so here's true week open. Come on, load. Load. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there's true week open. Here's true day open. Here's true session open. So we do have these bearish SMTs. We also have bullish SMTs. The bullish SMTs did just take midnight and 7:30, and I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily ready to go lower yet, just based off of this. If anything, it looks like we manipulated midnight. We formed low of the day in London. or not low. Obviously, Asia was the low, but you get what I'm saying, right? So we might be forming. There might actually be a trade here pretty soon. Actually, we have bullish SMT here. I could definitely see us going back to high of the day. FA wants a drop. Let's go over and look at what FA is saying. FA wants a drop, and he wants a drop on gold too. Like I said, I could definitely see a drop. I'm interested. I'm wondering about these bullish SMTs right now. There is bearish SMTs too, though. Hey, what up, FA? We're just gathering some information on the charts here. We do have bullish SMTs with these lows. We also have bearish SMTs here. I'm marking out draws and liquidity right now. We have London lows. London lows are equal lows. Actually, yeah, they're perfectly relatively equal London lows. That is interesting, honestly. So something you don't want to overlook is if they're perfect equal lows with a session low. So we have London equal lows here. So that is also interesting, right? Once again, bullish SMTs and bearish SMTs. It could go, right now, it could go either way. I want to see how we interact with these true opens. We also have equal highs here. So, we're just gathering information right now. At least for me, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so there's London equal lows. We have bearish SMTs. We have high of the day. That would be the draw on liquidity to the upside. Let's kind of look for where are the gaps in price here. Right, we have, obviously we swept out this high. We formed a pin bar at the high here. This pin bar could deliver us to these equal lows. This is something to consider, as this was a pin bar. You want 750 on NQ at least. Yeah, I mean, we do have that pin bar there. I want to see if we delivered from a new week opening gap or something. That would be nice. No, we do have this new week opening gap here. So I want to pay attention to how the market interacts with this new week opening gap from way, way back. You can see it's right here. So just very lightly have this marked out on my chart. Nothing crazy, but just to have it marked. Because right now, we could either hold it as support or we could reject it. Once again, new week opening gaps are essentially true support and resistance. And same with new day opening gaps. The market's like genuinely going to interact with them. So keep that in mind. Like, regular support and resistance, not really a thing, but using new week opening gaps and new day opening gaps as support and resistance, now you're talking, you know? So, okay. We do have equal highs as well. I guess I'm kind of just waiting to see, you know, we're just going to be watching price, waiting to see something obvious. I mean, we obviously have the new week opening gap. You know, just going to be looking at all different things here. Pin bar, let's say, so theoretically, you could maybe have taken this pin bar to go short, right? So, like, let's say you entered on that close of that pin bar to these equal lows. This could be something that's playing out, and then maybe rebalance back down. So that's something that's in my head, like that might be a thing, but I don't know. There's also these bullish SMTs here. just gathering information. I don't know though. I don't want to get change like thoughts based off of what someone else says. In all honesty, these bullish SMTs, something about the fact that we had midnight, like it is important to gather all the information, like the overnight information as well, right? We manipulated below midnight and 1:30. Wait, let's actually pull up 1:30. So you want to look at what happened overnight to kind of get an idea of the daily profile. Alright, so we went below 1:30, midnight, and I think the 90-minute true open as well. So 322. So there's your 90-minute true open. Wait. Psych. There's your 90-minute true open for overnight. Yeah, guys, it kind of looks like we got bullish SMT below midnight and below 7:30. I'm not going to lie. That kind of looks bullish a little bit. And once again, I don't know if it's ready to go lower. Just one little sweep here. I feel like usually when after expansion it needs some like, Wyckoff formation where we get a sweep and then another sweep and then a failure swing. Usually that's kind of how it goes. But there is London equal lows, I don't want to ignore that. Alright, let's go back up. Yes, I think the main key is going to be how do we interact with this new week opening gap here. If we reject it and go lower, then obviously we're going to go lower. I guess we do have a 15-minute change of state delivery here. So if you look at it like that, then maybe we're going to end up using that to go lower. You can make the case either way, honestly. Yeah, I mean, from a pure liquidity standpoint, there is no more highs really to target. Like, look at the higher time frame, right? We've already ran most of these bodies here. Oh, I can blow my nose. Alright. Yeah, so honestly, I'm indifferent so far because you can make the case either way. We do have bullish SMTs below midnight and 7:30, and we have bearish SMTs with a change in state on the 15-minute. Once again, it's going to depend on how do we interact with this new week opening gap. So Yeah, so basically it's gonna be like on a flip of a dime, the market it could go either way right now, I think. So this is more of a game of watching and waiting. FA says we're going lower. It's like I mean, yeah, because we did inverse. We did inverse the. I mean, not inverse, but we. I don't know. I'm just thinking right now. Yeah, let's just chill, sit and watch here. It's probably gonna depend on what happens to this imbalance. I'm not sleepy right now. We're just sitting and watching. Well, I mean, yeah, compared to normal, I'm not that sleepy right now, so I think I'm chilling. But I'm trying to decide because right now it's like I said, it's gonna depend on the way we interact with. So this new week opening gap is actually from like way further back, right? So it's from all the way over here. It's gonna depend how the market interacts with this. Nah, I'm chilling, bro. I mean, like compared to normal, like sometimes I get on the charts and I'm like dead. So I think I'm fine. Do you trade gold? I'm not trading gold right now. I'm not opposed to ever trading gold, but one thing we could take a look at is this idea that this will be, in fact, a breaker. And if so, then it might end up being a low time frame change in state off of it. I don't want to get tunnel vision though, but I just want to look at this idea, right? And it would be above all the true opens. Yeah, we manipulated that true open. We manipulated that true open. I could definitely see a dump. And then so 15-minute breaker. And then, yeah, now we're possibly inversing this. And then we had a 1-minute change in state retest with SMT. You think we're going to dump? I'm just gathering information. I have no idea yet. I'm just chilling. I think, in all honesty, I'll be waiting for something obvious at the end of the day, like probably after market open. Because right now, like I said, it could so easily flip on a dime, guys. Because what's happening right now, we have essentially SMTs, bearish SMTs and bullish SMTs, right? We have equal highs and we have equal lows. So just understand like the indecision that is actually happening in these markets right now. It could flip on a dime. Look at this, right? We have SMT Bearish S&P, bullish S&P. Equal lows with London, equal highs, equal highs. We have all the true opens. We keep flipping back and forth, manipulating them from the bottom and then manipulating them from the top. Right? We keep flipping back and forth. And then not to mention the new week opening gap. Look at how the market, it's going to depend on, are we going to hold this or are we going to reject it? And so you can clearly see right now it's not really one-sided, at least for me. I don't know. Maybe you guys. FA seems pretty confident it's short. I'm just kind of, I'm watching and waiting. We did actually get this inversion here. So something to consider is the fact that this did inverse to the downside. I don't think that's a strong inversion at all. I don't. It could easily flip. It just looks like chop to me. And honestly, if anything, we might be forming an outside bar at this low. Anyway, we're just going to be watching and waiting. The usual. Once again, we have equal lows with London. That's a super strong draw on liquidity. I'm not undermining that draw on liquidity, but I am suggesting that it could still go either way. Because, if it wants to manipulate one way, we're just going to have to wait for something obvious. What up, Mayank? How's it going? Good to see you, bro. Even from a daily profile standpoint, there's no real obvious daily profile, at least for me, because looks like we just chopped up and then down, and then we manipulated midnight at 1:30 and the 90-minute true open to the upside and then the downside. I don't know. I think it could go either way. In all honesty, it's kind of like an accumulation a little bit. So what I would want to see is one side get taken and then let's run it the other way. For instance, if we take these equal lows, maybe we run it back up. If we take these equal highs, maybe this high, maybe it runs back down. So I'm just going to be watching and waiting. Let's see what else we kind of have here to work with. Maybe we have... let's look at statistical levels, actually. Yeah, so you can see we haven't even really tapped any of these statistical manipulation levels because we haven't manipulated. We probably aren't gonna. We need to manipulate before we expand. So I want to see one side get taken probably, and then trade to the other side. That's probably what I would say. Because right now it's more of a consolidation. Let's look at, I think it's better to look at the New York session stat map. Yeah, same thing. We really got to take one side here, and then we'll expand to the other side, in my opinion. So I'm going to be keeping this stat map in the back of my head that whichever side we manipulate, we might expand the other way. Once again, FA was bearish. FA so far is correct. When is FA wrong, The big reason for why, though, is this is just such a nice draw on liquidity. I mean, London equal lows, bro. That is one of the best targets in the market. Session equal lows. So, what was I going to do? I wanted to see, was there anything else? Yeah, is there any previous week's highs or previous days highs or anything like that? Oh, yo, we haven't taken previous week's high. Or no, we never took previous week's high. That's interesting. Yeah, we have not taken previous week's high. That is something to consider. We might need to go take the previous week's high. I'm not gonna lie. Look at that. We didn't take it. And it kind of makes sense with the fact that, you know, sometimes you need to get like a triple purge, you know? So if we get a triple purge taking this draw on liquidity, then maybe at that point shorts will be valid. Something to consider, right? I'm not saying I know for sure. I'm just thinking. Yeah, wow, that's interesting. We did not take previous week's high. Definitely something to consider. We actually are maybe getting an outside bar with bullish SMTs here. Could you take this with 1 micro? Actually, you might be able to. I'm not gonna lie. If this closed and it took the high, then I'd probably just try this, honestly. Up to previous week's high. Because this is an outside. This is really nice. You could even go like this, in all honesty. But I probably wouldn't. But yeah, this is an outside bar, isn't it? It could go either way still. But part of me does think, like, if we're bearish, we should probably get a triple purge and take previous week's high. So, I mean, I could end up, if this, you know, if I like the closure, I might take this, but I'm not gonna say that I am or I'm not. I'm just watching the charts. Yeah, there's nothing. There you go. So we actually closed lower there. So that was an outside bar to the downside. Kinda. Man, FA was right with that. Oh, yo, we have a giant, massive RTH gap to the downside. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. Anyway, we just took those London equal lows. That was a really nice strong liquidity. I don't think there's anything obvious there, so I don't know. I don't really have any regrets. I think that's perfectly fine. And we could still get a reversal here. But I don't know. I don't really think you want to go against the RTH gap. It kind of depends. Or we're just waiting for something. I'm waiting for something obvious that aligns with my back testing. There you go. There's an inversion right there. So there you can see that 15-second inversion and then how the market's responding to it. Nothing obvious for me yet. Oh, we might get an outside bar here on the 2-minute. I don't think you want to go against the RTH gap, though. It's the only thing. So did that inverse? Kind of, but there's these bearish SMTs and the RTH gaps to the downside. Whoops. Any first presented for VIGAP? Is it not this? 930, 931, 932? It's gonna be this, isn't it? We got 12 seconds, and then this will be the first presented for VIGAP. There you go. First presented for VIGAP's formed. Okay, watch this. Watch this very closely. I might take this as short to the downside, actually, if this inverses. I actually like this change in state retest here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put a limit order at that change in state retest. 993. Alright, so I do have a limit order there. FA doesn't like it. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna be a little bit more thoughtful about this. I don't want to just rush it. I want to think about it for a second more. I mean, initially it looks kind of good, but like we need to maybe have more manipulation than that. FA said it might work. Well, I don't think I would have gotten filled. I didn't get filled, so. Man, I don't like how all these true opens are just kind of in the way right now. Now we're below all the true opens again. I'm forming bullish SMTs here. This is interesting. Formed a swing low here with bullish SMTs. Once again, though, the RTH gap is to the downside. So I'm probably bearish now. I would say so. So, okay, it looks like we're gonna go fill that. Yeah, you can see we rejected the new week opening gap there. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I didn't see an entry that I liked. I mean, I could have taken this change of state closure. 15-second change of state closure was nice. I didn't see that, unfortunately, but I think that would have been really nice with these bearish SMTs. I actually think this would have been real nice, but you know, that's something that you're gonna have to see like in the moment, and I did not. I don't like these. Why are the true opens kind of in the way right now? I don't like that. Anyway, you can see RTH gap is just being a great bias as always. There you go. This is probably gonna play out here. That 15-second change of state was nice. Goes to show the power of just one good entry. What one good entry can do for you, you know. Yeah, once we inverse that first center for value gap to the downside. Hey, we hit the RTH midpoint, so market could react here. Is there anything down here? It's still probably gonna go fill that RTH gap. We have equal lows here. This is probably the drawn liquidity. These equal lows. We do have a 5-second 2022 model. If I'd seen that 15-second change in state, or I don't know if it was a 15-second or a 30-second, but I would have taken that. I think that would have been, so far that would have been like 5 or 6R. And I might have been able to get 2 micros, and if so, then let's see. So 994. I have a better way of calculating it now. I just do so yeah, 1 micro, maybe, nah, probably just 1 micro. Hey, there you go, that 5-second 2022 model. Still kind of thinking it's maybe bearish to these equal lows. But we'll just have to see. Kind of want to see. Maybe we come back to the first center for value gap. Let's project this out. Hey, what up, Chess? Good to see you, bro. No trades for me today, although so far, although I did like this 15-second change of state had I been on, or had I seen it at that exact time that it happened, right? There's been an inversion to the upside. However, the RTH gap is still unfilled to the downside, and there's equal lows below that are really nice. So I don't know. I'm kind of more leaning towards continuation to the downside, even with this inversion here. Oh, you can see why the market reacted right here, actually. It's a PM first presented for value gap, and then we can drop down to a low time frame, and you can see, there you go, there's first strike right here. So that's why we went up here. Equal highs. Yeah, we do have those equal highs above. There's lots of equal highs. I don't know. I'm kind of looking to see. I like this rejection block a lot, actually. I'm not opposed to looking and seeing, okay, do we respond to this rejection block? If so, let's consider that. Yeah, I kind of am leaning towards continuation to the downside here, in all honesty. We just got a bearish SMT. Hey, we do have a 5-minute gap here. There you go. There's a 5-minute gap. 15-second change in state. I don't mind that, but there's not really internal manipulation yet, so I'm gonna chill. But we are rejecting. There's a 5-minute gap here. I think I'd prefer to have us come up to the first center for value gap, sweep this high, reject the first center for value gap, and then continue to the RTH gap fill and then equal lows here. Maybe the cherry on the cake would be if we perfectly tap the rejection block, I would say. So like, here's the 5-minute fair value gap. Here's the first center for value gap. If we went up, and then maybe did something like this, right? I think this would be and then perfectly hit this. I don't think necessarily this is gonna happen, but it's just my what I want. Yeah, like I said, kind of leaning. We're just going to be watching and waiting here. Yeah, it could sweep the rejection block. That is something to always consider. Remember, sweeping. A lot of time you'll think a rejection block will hold, and it'll end up sweeping the rejection block. So that's something I noticed a lot from my back testing. I call that Dark Phoenix because I don't know. You're not really expecting it, but it happens a lot. So as I said, guys, look at this PM. Look at this PM first center for value gap, and then look at how perfectly we ended up getting a first strike off of this. I think this was really nice. See this change in state off of the PM first center for value gap. That is so sick, guys. Do you guys see that? This is like, wow, this is beautiful. This is so sick. And then we go up 7 projections, right? Textbook first strike right there. That was crazy. Anyway, just being patient. I'd love to see us come back to the first center for value gap. Let's try and clean up the chart a little bit. It's a lot of stuff on the chart right now. Right, we do have equal highs. So maybe we sweep the equal highs and then we go back lower. Let's turn on true opens again. I don't know why I turned that off. Oh, because it was getting chaotic. That's why. Okay, they're still at the same spot. Still have this 5-minute gap here. Pushing back up into the same 5-minute gap again. Oh, yo, that does not look bad. That does not look bad. Oh. Nah, we did not get that. I was going to say, because, you know, this is a 30-second change state off of that 5-minute gap. I don't think it'd be worth it yet, because I still want to see the first center for value gap get hit. Any new day opening gaps? Yeah, we went back to these new day opening gaps here. Hey, remember what I was talking about yesterday about implied outside bars? We had one right here, right? This is something that I was thinking about yesterday. Meaning, if you merge two candles together. Sorry, I might not be making sense. It's because I was talking about it yesterday. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking let's wait, see if we tap this first center for value gap. You know what else? It's also right above midnight. So there you go. All the true opens just got manipulated. All the true opens just got manipulated. But there we go. We tapped that rejection block. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Y'all remember that? What I was saying? This is exactly what I wanted to see. I told y'all I wanted to see the rejection block get perfectly souped. There you go. So we might... Maybe we need to go sweep the rejection block. We'll see. Alright, we're pushing into the rejection block, actually. We might need to go to those equal highs. Oh. 15-second inversion. We did not close. I mean, yeah, I think we're gonna start dumping. Seeming high resistant here. Here, I kind of want to clean up the chart a little bit again. We know this. We know this new week opening gaps here. I'm gonna get rid of that. So many bearish SMTs. We know we're above all the true opens. I don't need the true opens anywhere close here. They can be all the way over here. So we're above all the true opens. Yeah, I think you might be right about this whole sweeping the rejection block thing. Man, I trust the RTH gap for bias. I still think we'll go lower. But we'll see. Hey, Medbach. What up, bro? I have not taken a trade, although I did like this 15-second change in state here. I didn't see it in the moment. So many bearish S&Ts still. Once again, I trust the RTH gap for bias. RTH gap, if you just trust the RTH gap for bias most of the time, you're in good hands. It's a pretty easy way to figure out bias. So I still think maybe we take previous week's high. That might be what we do. What we do. You took the 5-minute. Hey, there you go. There you go. Dub. So you took that 5-minute IFG. Solid, bro. Solid. Wow, that's some crazy displacement. Oh my gosh. This indicator is that it's by Ouroboros, SMT Ouroboros. It's really nice. Man, there you go. There's that final draw on liquidity. All right. Yeah, I mean, I would think we should still get shorts, but, you know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Nice, Medbach. That's great. Yeah, maybe I might just be wrong. Maybe we get 2022 model displacing below this low. Because remember, when you have a good draw on liquidity like that, um, that or like a previous week's high or something, that's when 2022 model works best, is when there's a pretty obvious draw on liquidity like this. So maybe like Maybe we'll get a 2022 model on the 5-second. You didn't take the 5-minute. You waited for the candle to close and it hit liquidity before the close, so no trade. Oh, so you didn't take a trade? PSP's been created. On what time frame? Dang. Well, you saw it. That's the thing. You saw it. Dude, I think it'd be so sick if we got displacement below this low on the 5-second and then a 2022 model on the 5-second. Imagine you took this as a 2022 model on the 5-second and you took it all the way down to the equal lows all the way down here. That would be so sick. What would that be? $17R. Probably more than that. There we go. Internal sweep. Maybe, but I wanna be prepared in case we do get a move lower. If we do start to get this move lower, I'm gonna be the first one to what's the word? I'm a Oh wow, there you go. The bearish S&T's broke. Dang. Well, maybe they're still there. They're not? What? Oh, there's still bearish S&T. What I'm meaning to say is if there is, opportunity still. I don't know. We'll see. It's unclear. I like that 15-second change in state to the downside. I would have taken that. Like I said, I put that limit order in to retest it. We did not get it. But that would have been nice if I'd gotten it. What draws on liquidity to the upside are there? I guess all-time highs. And these highs. Oh, yeah. Look at the... What's it called? Yeah, look at that displacement. Well... I don't know. I'm just sitting here waiting. the new 4-hour candle, you know. It's crazy how the market went to its drawn liquidity right at 10 a.m. though. That's kind of cool. Oh man. Still have not taken anything. Once again, RTH gap to the downside still. So yeah, man, I'm still looking at this. I'm seeing the RTH gap. I'm seeing the equal lows. I mean, like I am suspicious. I am suspicious, but hey, you know, if it wants to keep going up, that's fine. Then I just won't do anything. I mean, what draws in liquidity are there anyway to the upside right now? Like previous month's high or something? Oh, yeah, there's previous month's high. That makes sense. Oh yeah, the S&T, and it's because it's you have to buy it. That's why it's on WAP. There's still bearish S&T here. I loved this 15-second changing state. Oh my gosh. Oh, yo, it's happening. It's happening. Oh, yo. Okay. Do we want to try a 5-second 2022 model? Low key. I'm serious. I'm seriously considering a 5-second 2022 model, bro. I'm so serious. I want to try. I've seen these work out a lot. Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna try a 5-second 2022 model if we get it. It might end up being a 15-second one. Whatever one we get, honestly. Yo, we're getting displacement. What did we say? Wow. Wow. Man, that's why you trust your instincts, bro. Okay, wait. Still, I'm still looking for a gap in here. I need this card here. So 20 points is one con. 10 points is two cons. Yeah, we got this 30-second gap here. I don't know if it's that perfect, honestly. This gap right here might take us lower. Maybe like we might get just displacement. We do have previous month's high to the upside. You know, I'm aware. We utilizing equilibrium. Yeah, if this inverse is back up, I think it's bullish, honestly. Breaker for value gap, and then we'll probably go to previous month's high if this inverse is back up. But if not, then we'll go lower. Okay, I'm gonna take this if we get it. We just got the 30-second. Okay, the 30-second looks pretty good. I'm gonna take it.
Order filled.
There you go. Run this up the previous month's high. Let's go. All right. We can go break even. 120. I'm gonna go break even here.
Stop filled.
Okay, break even. You know, I might. I was maybe not supposed to get break evens. FA just entered more shorts. Medbuck, it wasn't premium. I liked it because I can tell that this is a breaker in a fair value gap, and so I can tell that if the market is super bullish, this is going to be a second stage expansion to previous month's high, but it wasn't bullish enough, and that's why I went break even, because it needed to just go straight up, and it didn't. I don't regret that trade. I think that was a good trade. I think break even was the right call, and it ended up being break even. Because once again, If the market's very bullish, this breaker for value gap and then inversion are going to expand us super fast up to the previous month's high. Okay, so now at this point, it could go lower if it slows down. So we're just gonna be watching and waiting. I like this 30-second inversion to the downside here actually. I don't want to overtrade though. I feel like I could be overtrading. But I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. If I see something good that I like, I'm going to try it. The 30-second, once again, I think I played that perfectly right. I think the 30-second, if we were going to go higher, we just had to go up right there and then, and I don't think we did. So that's just my opinion. I could be so wrong, but, you know. Once again, now we are above all the true opens. Yeah, I could be so wrong though. If the market's just super bullish, it'll run to previous month's high. But we are above all the true opens now at this point. How did the 1 minute look when that inversed? Yeah, the 1 minute closed too high. FA's been crushing it since he was out the womb. FA FA was born and he said short Nasdaq now. 30-minute sweep, bearish SMT and NQ sweeped and ES not. We are in premium. Yeah, man, I'd love to be bearish. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I want to. I want to be bearish. I just don't know when. Once again, though, if this, you have to understand, like, just because I want to be bearish doesn't mean that I'm gonna be bearish. For instance, when this inversion happens off of this breaker here, and we obviously had that 4-hour candle closed the way that it did, I'm gonna at least try that 30-second in case we continue up to previous month's high. That's why I did that, just in case, right? But it didn't play out. I think that 30-second inversion was a very fine trade. I think it was a very fine trade. Very well could have played out. Because you just have to, part of it is just understanding how that higher time frame candle closed. Like, if I zoom out and like look at that 4-hour candle, like I can just tell, like, oh wow, this is a really bullish candle. So if this next candle wants to go to previous month's high, that makes a lot of sense, right? It's kind of understanding the context of that higher time frame candle, I knew that that 30-second inversion made sense if it was going to expand up right away. Then that was a good trade for me. It might not be bearish though, because once again, that 4-hour candle looks very bullish, honestly. Like, I'm gonna get rid of everything again. Look at this, right? Look at the 4-hour candle, and then look at previous month's high. If you see this 4-hour candle close, and you see previous month's high, now let's get rid of all the other stuff. Ignore all the other stuff. Just look at the 4-hour candle, and then look at previous month's high. I mean, that looks like it's drawing to previous month's high. When you look at it like that, this doesn't look bearish at all. And so that's kind of my logic with that long. And so I think that long made a lot of sense. Once again, if it wanted to continue higher, then it would have. It actually might have made more sense to try, actually, instead of that 30-second inversion where I took it, might have actually made more sense to take this one right here. Oh man, I should have taken this one, because this 30-second, then you don't get break even. See this? If you took the lower one and you treated this as a void, then you don't really get break even, and then you can maybe hold it for previous month's high. Alright, so that one might have been a little better. Anyway, I cleaned up my chart a bit because it was kind of a mess. It's LRLR on ES. Where? To the upside or downside? Okay, so what I would maybe consider is, right, if this 4-hour candle is to expand up to previous month's high, then what I would like and very much consider is finding like a breaker over here, which this is the obvious one, right? I mean, is there any other breakers over here? Hold up, let's go to the hourly chart real quick. Nah, this is the one I would use right here. So what I would want to see is, okay, maybe we come back into this breaker one more time, push into it again, and then we get a final inversion to go long to previous month's high. Because once again, just paying attention to that 4-hour high time frame candle closure, the way that it respected this high time frame gap, and then this just expansive move higher off of this gap, with a really nice strong liquidity above. I think it makes logical sense to just expect a continuation to that previous month's high. So that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for now, even with the RTH gap below. That's what I'm looking for. So now, then again, right? Maybe this is the opportunity for shorts that we've been wanting. Yeah, FA's not bullish on Nas at all. This could be the opportunity for shorts that we've been wanting actually for a while now. So something to consider is that actually could be a thing, right? And if so, then you're looking at maybe this is a 2022 model right here. Wait, the true open's right there actually. Wait, that's actually fire. Hold up. Nah, we gotta at least try this. 60. And then where does the stop loss go? 80. Or no. 70. I'm gonna put stop loss here. What do you mean? No, what? What do you're kidding me, bro. Are you serious? You're joking. No. Oh my gosh. Why did it do that? Oh, it just swerved me. Oh my. We might still go induce that high, actually. This right here, this volume balance, pay attention to that because that might be the exact high. Everyone in here traded against you. Okay. Actually, wait. Hang on. Nah, I still think it could be bullish. I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to be like the... Hold up. Nah, hold up. I actually still think it could be bullish to previous month's high. Because this is the initial idea I had. Nah, I feel like I gotta ignore FA and just trust my own instincts. Like, this could be a 2022 model, but more realistically, I gotta trust my own instincts. I think that 4-hour candle closure was actually pretty bullish. And because of that, I wanted to look at this breaker. Yeah, guys. I think I'm gonna have to trust my initial thoughts and ignore FA here. I was trying to listen to FA, but I don't know. I can't. I gotta trust myself here. So if this let's see. FA, I the thing is, FA is never wrong. Nah, we're good. I think we're going. that 4 hour candle, if this breaker holds, this this likely could expand the previous month's high. We have bullish SMTs, so anyway, I'm just gonna trust myself at the end of the day. So I think that's what you always got to do as a trader. So I'm anticipating continuation. We have a 1 minute BPR here. Who's FA? FA is the guy saying effect VE 811. That's FA. Bro, FA took more shorts on NQ. On NQ or gold? I thought you were trading gold right now. Oh my. Ant-Man's here now too. Oh my gosh. Once again, I think it makes a lot of sense to expect continuation to previous month's high. Oh my gosh. Y'all are funny. Wow, I still got 40 minutes left in my live trading window. Guys, I still have not. I've only taken one trade. It was break even. So yeah, this does look pretty bullish, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I know it looks pretty bullish. Look at that breaker. Look at that 5-minute breaker. Look at that. Look at that little that thing is perfectly interacting with this the market's currently perfectly interacting with that 5-minute breaker. So if we got like an outside bar here, like this, did we just get it? Okay, we just got it.
Order filled.
Okay, I'm in. I'll go break even if we take this high. Alright, I'm in break even. So I'll for sure take one off here. And then past that, I don't know. Past that, I'll probably leave the other one to trail, and just see if it goes to previous month's high. Let's actually take the one off here, just to make sure that at least one gets filled, and then I'll leave the other one to trail and see how far it goes.
Order filled.
All right, the other one's being trailed, and then yeah, we'll just see if it goes to previous month's high or not. Or actually, we might just target 4 projections. That might be better. Let's just target 4 projections of the outside bar. So 0, 8, 4. All right, I'll definitely be done for the day if this hits. Hey, thank you, Loca. Appreciate you, bro. We just hit 3 projections, and now the market's reacting. But I'm still gonna hold for 4 projections here because higher time frame 4-hour candle closure, I would say, gives reason to expect pretty aggressive expansion here. Okay, let's just close it there.
Order filled.
Bang. There you go. I don't know why that didn't get filled. Bang. W. Alright, GG's. GG's. W's in the chat, bro. W's in the chat. Oh, man. What? That was only up 96? With 2 cons? Oh, I was supposed to do 3 cons. It's all good. Actually, nah. 2 cons was fine. Still. Hey, thanks, Fa. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. W. But yeah, I'm done for the day. Dude, how is it only up 2R? What is... No, 2.5R, but still. No, because I took one off and then I took the other one off. But yeah, that was a pretty nice trade, honestly. FA's actually a really good trader rant, man. He really is. See, like, this should have been like 4R, right? Y'all see what I'm saying, right? This should have been 4R. Instead, I'm here getting a 2R or 2.5R because I did 2 contracts instead of 3. I probably should have done 3 cons. But you know what? That's for my journal. I'll figure it out later. It's for my journal. But this is a nice trade. I don't know why this box is highlighted. This one doesn't matter. That was really nice. I mean, this is pretty textbook. What will happen with these breakers is we'll have these breakers from over here, and you can see the market perfectly respecting it, right? See that? And then we'll use it once, and then we'll use it again. So I just took a 15-second outside bar off of it, and then bang. There you go. That was nice. Once again, I could have done 3. I did 2. And so that's why I ended up being 2.5R instead of like 4R, but it's all good. GG's. Okay, I'm gonna take a break now. I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna keep the stream going because it's still my live trading window. It's not supposed to be done yet, but I'm gonna take a break now and be done. So yeah, and get some food. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna make sure that this is all the orders are gone, or that I closed out all the limit orders and stuff. Heck yeah, gym time. Exactly. Okay, all right, we're good. Sorry guys, I have OCD. That's why you hear me click the button like a quadrillion times. I don't know, man. Something's wrong with me, but yeah. Actually, I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna end the stream. I know it's before the end of my live trading window, but it's all good. I'm just gonna be done for the day. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.